We're going to predict the mortar, hopefully. Yeah, we get it. How did I know? That's an important reason to track cycle. You can see both of those wall breakers are still going to connect even with the log. Oh, that hurts. What's up, everybody? It's Durkee with another deck recommendation for all of y'all. This Miner Wall Breaker Poison deck is the deck that I'm going to be using today. I would recommend it. It's really fun. It has a really high skill ceiling. You actually can win a lot of matchups, even bad matchups. I think it's really good in the meta right now. I think if you are a skillful player, you can totally run this deck. It's not broken, it's not overpowered, but it is a really good deck and it has a lot of really good matchups and very, very few bad matchups. I will say there is a bit of a learning curve on this deck. It's not necessarily the easiest deck to play, but the skill ceiling on this deck is very, very high. There's always some sort of Miner Wall Breaker deck in the meta, and I think this is the best variation of the deck. You could run it with Evolution Bats instead of Evolution Knights, but that's way worse. I think the Evolution Bats are kind of trash, so I would definitely recommend this variation. So I'm going to hop into some games with this deck, but before I do, if you could take a moment to like, comment, subscribe on the video to my channel. It's completely free for you, but it does help me immensely. So I appreciate that, and let's get into some games. So I think the best starting play with this deck is absolutely splitting wall breakers. It's a good way to force out pretty much always a negative elixir trade. Like you can see there, it was a +1 trade. Goblin Gang is one of the best answers for the wall breakers, so good to know that they have that. I'll just cycle my log. Our deck is really, really cheap in general, so I'm just going to miner. I'm not going to support it with bats. I don't 100% know what he's running. It looks like it's a Hog Rider deck, if I had to guess. Looks like I guessed wrong, but that's all good. We're going to go Bomb Tower for all of that. And then, hopefully, Firecracker takes care of the bats and we'll get our King Tower activated. Yeah, we should here. Perfect. We do. I'm going to go Wall Breakers all in one lane. Should force out a Goblin Gang or a small spell. Okay, or you'll just ignore it. Bold strategy. I can't say that I agree. So we have our King Tower activated. We haven't yet figured out his win condition, and yet unless it is truly just Goblin Barrel. Another thing this deck is really good at is split lane pressure. So I'm going to pressure with Miner on the side that has more damage, and then I'm going to play Bats on the other side. The whole point of this deck is to just force out as many negative elixir trades as possible, and sometimes the best way to do that is to go back and forth between lanes. So you want to force out like 4 elixir Valkyrie on one side and then a 3 elixir Goblin Gang on another side, even though you only spent like 4 or 5 elixir. So I think the main thing that I see people doing wrong when they play this deck is just pigeonholing themselves into one lane, and that's not what this deck is about. Okay, so I'm going to do... Okay, Miner is going to tank for the wall breakers on the left side. You can see with that Miner placement, it's tanking for the wall breakers. We force out an Inferno Tower, and we're looking really good. We haven't even had to use our poison yet. I don't really foresee us having to, but it is in double elixir, so it's a good time to go for Miner poisons. Okay, barrel's in the back, so my Evil Knight's going to clean all that up. Okay. I'm going to go like this. Split wall breakers. Okay. That one wall breaker on the right will connect if he doesn't play anything. I'll take that poison. So far, so good. I keep thinking he has a princess because he has the Goblin Barrel, but he doesn't. That's slightly in the back. Perfect. I think we can catch a Goblin Gang here. Or a dub. That's fine. Good game. I mean, I guess that was an okay matchup. He had a really weird deck, so it's fine. A win is a win. We'll see y'all in the next one. Into the next game here. I'm trying a new layout. I feel like it's easier to watch the clash when it's vertically like this. Since the game is played vertically, like sometimes squeezing it into a horizontal layout is tough. So Bandit kind of looks like it's a Goblin Drill deck, but I don't know for sure. Gonna go ahead and split lane pressure here. Not the best timing. Kind of looks like a clone deck possibly. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm gonna go like this. It's kind of fortunate the Skelly Dragons went in front. And I'm going to kite back the Giant Skeleton with these wall breakers. Nice, beautiful. So then I shouldn't have to spend too much. Knight up high as well to pull it. And then I put the Knight like that so that way it wouldn't get hit by the Giant Skeleton bomb. So it looks like it's going to be some sort of like I don't know, like just off meta bridge spam pressure deck. I'm gonna get my King Tower activated here by going minor like this. It is a clone deck. Okay, makes sense. Once that pops, we're gonna get a nice log. They're gonna get some good damage as well, but not a lot that I could have done in that situation. I didn't have my bomb tower to defend. Nice. He eats the Spirit Goblins. That's good for me. He does have a really expensive deck, so if we can survive single elixir, we'll be in really, really good shape. So once those lock on, I'm going to go for bats. And then I'm going to go for the miner. And he'll probably like Firecracker or something. Maybe we can get a good poison off. I'll just take my damage because he kind of misplaced that Firecracker. And you can see we're already back to being in the lead, which is awesome. I think this will splash the Firecracker. I misplaced that bomb tower by 1 tile, so I needed to play the Evo Knight, which is unfortunate. I'm going to pressure with it, though. He's going to have to spend something on the left unless he wants to eat that wall breaker. Okay, he opts to do that. Bats early, so the bandit doesn't get a dash. Perfect, that's going to help out with the Skelly Barrel as well. You can see I'm pressuring both lanes here, right? Like, he doesn't want to spend on that miner, but he kind of has to. Perfect. And then same thing again, right? He wants to support his Firecracker, but if he... Okay, he's going to lose his tower. Perfect. Great poison as well. Yeah, and that's going to be a good game. Really, really good pressure with this deck. We just have to defend for... What is it? 30 more seconds. Really good use of pressuring, but not overcommitting, so he couldn't build up a massive push. Bomb tower here, he's probably going to go Skelly Barrel, I would imagine. There it is. I'm going to poison just to be safe. Yeah, because he... Okay, I knew he had the clone, so poison is actually a really good defense when you know all they want to do is like stack up troops and clone it at the bridge. So, really good game by us. Not the easiest matchup, but we played very well and they didn't play very well. So, good game. We'll see you in the next one. So like I said, a lot of really good matchups. No matchup that feels super unwinnable, at least. Like, there's so much outplay potential with this deck. Okay. He ignores the left one, that's fine with me. Concerned about the push that he's going to build up, though. Okay, he wastes the bar barrel, so... He does get the King Tower activation, but he loses more than 1/3 of his tower, so like... I'm super fine with that trade. We're also going to get a nice poison. I could have poisoned the King Tower as well, but this is probably going to be a 1-tower game. So an incredible start for us. We are down a little bit of elixir, so we'll see if we can defend whatever he has coming for us. All right, we're down 3 elixir against Golem. We'll see 4 elixir actually. I wish I had Inferno Tower in this matchup, but we're going to do our best to pull off a good defense. It'll be tough without poison, but we'll do what we can. Spear Goblins away from the tower here, just to start DPSing all that down. Yeah, that's... I need to get back to my poison here. Like this. That healer is really, really tough for us, but we survived. I think we're down a bit of elixir, but that was scary. That's what's tough is whenever they run Golem Pump, it's like they'll try and force out your spells, and then you can't use them to defend the Golem. He just wasted his bar barrel, and he doesn't have NATO in hand, so we're going to get 1 wall breaker hit. It's unfortunate he had the King Tower activated, otherwise it would have been 2. But we're well within spell cycle range, so we probably just need to survive like 1 big Golem push, and we'll be okay. This time we have our poison in hand as well. Okay, bomb tower. I'm going to do a little bit of pressure. Ready to get a poison down. Okay, force out the barbs. That's awesome. There's the E-Dragon we were waiting for. Need to get the healer off the board. Evo Knight is the MVP. Those bats are going to town. Wanted that E-Dragon off the board. It's probably going to be tower down. Oh. We'll see. Okay. He has Bar Barrel, but Bar Barrel won't properly defend this. Right? Come on, give me 1 hit. 1 hit, 1 hit. Oh. Don't know how much poison does at this level, but I think poison log is going to take it, and he doesn't have a big spell, so give it to us, please. Nice. Great game. Kind of a hard matchup, I think, ish. I didn't defend that great. The E-Drag made it tough. The healer made it tough, but we got the good game. See you in the next one. Okay. Next game here with this deck. I seriously love this deck so much. It's really, really fun. I think if you're really trying to learn the game, this is one of the best like learner decks. Because like I mentioned, it's not really overpowered. Like no single card in it is really overpowered or anything, but it really teaches you how to defend properly, how to pressure when an opponent is low on elixir, and it's just all around a really fun deck. I'm gonna pressure here. Looks like he has a heavier deck. It looks like it's a golem deck. So that's cool. Cycle log here on defense, and looks like it's golem arrows, so we're gonna want to try and get as much damage as possible in single elixir. Good timing there, actually. Forces out the snowball, so he does not have snowball or arrows in hand, so our bats should get a lot of value here. Okay, balloon. I'm gonna poison here. That bomb tower isn't gonna be pulled by the bats, unfortunately. Nice. So I would have been... the only reason I stacked up troops like that is because I knew he didn't have arrows or snowball in cycle. So that's something we're going to have to keep in mind, is that we can't really rely on those air counters because he has good spells for them. So if we can force out those spells on defense, that would be great. Like if he arrows this, yeah. So now we know his only hand, his counter in hand is snowball. Evo recruits might be a little tough to defend though. So we're going to do our best. I want to cycle to my Evo Knight as quickly as possible, but I think he's going to go for Evo recruits. I'll take the poison here, though, on the Little Prince, get it off the board. Then he will have to respond to my Knight. I think he's going to go... It's not what I thought, actually. Okay. We're going to set up a defense here and a higher bomb tower, so that way if he does go balloon, it should pull it on one side. This push is going to be really, really tough to defend. We're going to do our best. Might have to get off a good poison on one of the sides. Okay, can't do much about that balloon. It's going to get a hit. But one hit's not bad for that caliber of push. That push, like I mentioned, is really, really hard for us to stop. Okay. Okay, gonna pressure. Force out a spell here, hopefully. Okay. Wall breakers to pull this back a little bit. Force out something. Bats on the Little Prince. He already popped the ability, so he can't pop it again. Okay. He has Evo recruits soon. Okay, he goes for that. Okay. I think that's one hit only. Yeah, perfect. We got a lot of damage. He actually sacked a lot of damage there, which is awesome. Okay. You just need to defend one more really, really big balloon push, and you should be okay. All of that's going in the wrong lane for him. Okay. Need to protect our towers here. Or a bomb tower here specifically. I'm going to pressure as well, so he can't go all in, quote unquote. Nice. We forced out the arrows on defense. That's amazing. Okay, we survived the Evo recruits push. Miner in the back to pull back those Skelly Dragons. Perfect. They're focusing on the miner. That's one more poison. We just need to survive one more push. I'm going to bomb tower here and try and cycle back. Miner. And that balloon's not going to get to the tower in time. Arrows aren't going to do enough. And that's a good game. Pretty tough matchup, honestly. He had a lot of answers for us, but he played pretty good. Good game. See you in the next one. Into the next game here. And like I mentioned, Spear Goblins, Wall Breakers, Miner, all decent starting plays. Since he did just cycle his recruits at the back, I'm going to play a little defensive and just cycle a log. and then set up a defense. Don't know how he's going to support them, or sorry, what he's going to support them with. Okay, a lot apparently. So he's playing a really spammy deck, and he has no regard for elixir counting or anything like that. Just kind of spent all his elixir at the bridge. So he probably has a bar barrel, but I think one of those still hits. No, it doesn't. Okay, so bar barrel, recruits, ram rider, probably a lightning. I feel like usually pairs in this deck, so should be a reasonable matchup for us. The poison's going to be really good. How we play our poison is going to be super important. Knight in the back. And then I'll spear goblins away from the Phoenix. Kind of like pull it to the middle. We're going to do a little baby bit of pressure. It's a good poison. Nice. Nice. Should get the little prince off the board as well. Perfect. Nice. So we got a lot of damage. Okay, Fireball as the spell is actually pretty good. Because if you look there, he fireballed our tower and they still didn't break through. I think Lightning is a little worse for us. Because if they do Lightning the bomb tower, it gets it off the board instantly. So Fireball's fine with me. I know he has Evo recruits in hand. He'll probably play it on this if he has enough. He actually messed up that bar barrel. Like really badly. There they are. I'm going to take the poison here. Set up a defense. E-Spirit jumps on the wrong thing. My poor man. Go like this. And then he's going to Ram Rider. I want to keep my bomb tower healthy if I can. We do. And that's just an immaculate defense. He also had a pretty horrible defense, to be honest. Okay, we're just going to chill here. We're fine. He gave me poison value. I'm going to take it. I don't foresee him breaking through our defense, to be honest. I'm going to put the bomb tower in an unpredictable spot. Good fireball, actually. But I don't think it matters. Yeah, he tried to make a push at the end. I respect it, but we outplayed him. And that's a good game. We'll go ahead and see y'all. That's a good game. 2 HP, 2 HP. We'll see you in the next one. Here we are into the next game. We have bats in our starting hand. We have spear goblins. Okay, gonna be bait. Kind of had an awkward hand there. Didn't have my log. So we're gonna get some chip here. Oh, I would love that cannon cart to get off the board. I don't think it is, unfortunately. So I'm gonna wall breakers just to make sure. One will come back and yeah, exactly. Okay, so bait with cannon cart. He probably has like the Rascals variant. Might even be mortar. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Go like this, see how he defends his mortar. If he does defend it at all. Okay. Nice. We're going to trade some damage here. Nice, okay. So mortar, goblin barrel, cannon cart. Interesting. Don't see a lot of that. Don't see a lot of bait in general anymore, unfortunately. He might mortar up here. I think I'm going to kite these with wall breakers. I think it's the best play. Like so. You can see that he's going to have to spend something. Yeah, spends the log and it defends the knight. So that's great. So no princess in here. Unlike I thought. Minor bats is fine. Nice. That cannon cart is probably going to get taken off the board. Almost. 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 Okay. No firecracker shot. Okay. That was smart of him to pressure because we're pushing straight into a cannon cart and I didn't have my log. That's why they did it. So well played to my opponent. Okay. He can log this, but it's not going to be enough. He thought I was going to go into that lane. He has nothing to defend that. Yeah, he just poisons. Or he just eats it. Wow, that was so much damage. Okay. We're going to do this. Evil Knight's going to tank for everything. Going to tank for that cannon cart. We're going to get that off of the board. That's a little in the back, I think. Yeah, perfect. We're going to predict the mortar, hopefully. Yeah, we get it. How did I know? That's an important reason to track cycle. You can see both of those wall breakers are still going to connect even with the log. Oh, that hurts. Wow, what a great sequence of plays. That's high here. Need to be careful here just a little bit. And that's going to be... Oh, almost good game. Okay. Come on, hang on. Hang on for me. He's actually playing out of his mind right now. What? No, 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 no. It's gonna be close. How much does poison do? Tell me poison does enough. Oh! Good game. Okay, I almost choked it at the end, but the start of the game was really good. So, good game to my man. Into the next game here. I don't have a... Oh, I was gonna say, I don't have a starting play that I love, but... That'll do. That'll do, donkey. Wow, and back-to-back mortar games. Because I have the bomb tower up, I'm gonna pressure with wall breakers. Okay, minions. Good to know, good to know. I think the bomb from the bomb tower is gonna take care of those minions. Oh, almost takes care of the minions. Okay. Okay, valid. Low spear goblins here for the guards. Perfect, perfect. We're gonna get a little bit of spear goblin chip. I'm scared of the mortar right now. I'm gonna bats in the back and get ready. Okay. Little Prince off the board. And easy bomb tower defense. I'm gonna knight because if I play spear goblins, they're too fragile to defend the minions, so... You can see how much damage knight even took. I'm gonna go spear goblins just to be safe. I don't want any unnecessary damage on my tower, as opposed to necessary damage. So I know he has guards if I play like a miner. So here's what I'm gonna do because he doesn't have log. We're gonna go wall breakers and then miner to hopefully catch the guards. Interesting. Well defended actually, but he kind of wasted his evil mortar. That miner was also crazy too, but because we have the evil knight, we're gonna be okay. Evil mortar just has so much HP, it's ridiculous. Okay. All around good defense. Little Prince lives, unfortunately. Wallbreaker's gonna connect to the mortar. Take care of some of its HP. Okay, uses his log. I'm gonna pressure hard here. Catch the guards, hopefully, with this log. The mortar's gonna lock on to the bomb tower, so I'm gonna go for this. And then I'm gonna pressure as well. Maybe get a good poison. We do. Okay. This guy's playing really well. Defensive wall breaker. That wall breaker will connect if they don't do anything. Miner off to the side. Oh, gets one lock with the mortar, but that's fine. He has more damage in the other lane anyways. Burns the log. We're just non-stop pressuring each other. He's playing very, very well. Evil Knight is such a tank. Evil Knight is amazing. Pressure here. Ooh, Evil Knight bats on the left side. Doing way more damage than he thought it would. He definitely underestimated that. You can see split lane pressure is the key to the matchup. We're going back and forth. Getting tons and tons of value. Now we're in a really, really good spot. I feel like he's going to go mortar soon. Not entirely sure. Beautiful. Like I said, split lane, poison, miner, bats. Spear goblins for the minions. Not the best placement, if I'm being honest. He goes for the log. We go for the wall breakers. Poison on the little prince. He's going to get one mortar shot here, but that's perfectly fine. Great prediction by him. Incredible prediction. But it doesn't really matter. He's spamming like crazy because he knows. That wall breaker is going to connect if he doesn't play anything on it. He has to play a log. But what about the miner? That puts it in poison range. Really, really good game. That's a really good mortar player, but we just outplayed. Split lane pressure. It was great. Good games. We'll see you in the next one. That's going to wrap up for the video today. Thank you all for watching. Here's the deck one last time for you. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.